There's something happening in Nepal right now, and Haitians need to pay attention. This says it exactly how we need to uprise against our corrupt government politicians. Check this out.
Nepal keeps leading by example on how to topple a corrupt government, because this is their corrupt government officials having to flee their homes via a small platform dangling from a helicopter, because 2 days after the police killed what is now being reported over 30 people during the largest protest in Nepal's recent history, where their Gen Z are protesting the corrupt government, a government where less than 20 years after they toppled the monarchy formed a two-party system, and recently those two parties merged into one large corrupt party with zero opposition, controlling everything from the government to the media. So the people of Nepal burned down all the government buildings, including the parliament building, their homes like the prime minister's house. They even chased their government officials like their finance minister down the river while throwing things at them, including members of the police that they chased into the river as well. I mean, they even burnt down the Hilton because allegedly it was built with dirty money, which made the politicians resign and literally flee. And they did all of this without even taking anyone else's life. And originally there were reports that the prime minister's wife was in the house when the house burned down. However, it was actually the protesters that found her inside, saved her life, took her to the hospital where she is currently recovering. Because in reality, these people were even helping the wives of other ministers, who this woman was actually abandoned by her husband, by the way, because he was too busy running away. They didn't harm her, they actually helped her get to a hospital. And because the toppling of the government was reactionary, as in that it wasn't planned ahead that they were going to, but it was in reaction to the fact that the police were taking their lives, rioters and looters saw an opportunity and joined in, and they were actually the ones that set a lot of the fires. And I did see a bunch of videos of people that were way older than Gen Z that were breaking into abandoned police stations, stealing guns and ammo, and the night that the parliament burned down, it did get a little dark in Nepal. But the next morning, the Nepali people, and I'm not talking about a couple, I'm talking about hordes of people, like the majority of people came out and they started to rebuild Nepal. No, I'm talking like people literally came out and started to rebuild Nepal. And that includes the Gen Z protesters tracking down and finding everyone who stole and looted stuff and publicly forcing them to go return it to the businesses that they stole it from. Like, the people of Nepal protested peacefully. They effectively created damage without doing harm. Then they're fixing and repairing everything that was broken and then holding their own people accountable for their crimes. Rest of the world, I need everyone to take note. Thank you.
Compare and contrast the multiple pay locks that happened in Haiti, where even ambulances couldn't pass blockades and politicians were left unscarred. I'm in the comments. Compare, contrast differences.